the one thing that, puts that out of the realm today is most of the pricing isn't anywhere near what you need for replacement costs to justify the economics of a new build. And so that's one reason it's not an imminent issue. But then even if as rates start to tick to where otherwise they might have been, and you probably would have started to do new builds, the problem is you're still building an asset that's going to last for 20 years. And so when you look at, okay, what rate do I need for 20 years? If I have a 20-year asset, well, what's the contract I get too? Because that'll be one of the considerations. If I get a 3-year contract to build something new, I'm not going to do that because I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the third year. And, I have to have more certainty on a return. And oil companies have not historically, they don't give out 5-year contracts. They maybe do occasionally, but you probably even need a 10-year contract or maybe longer. So to the extent that you're uncertain as to how long that new vessel will work, it's hard to, then you've got to compress the period of time in which you're going to get a rate of return that makes sure that you're going to get an economic investment. So all of those things are complicating. And there's a bunch of other factors too, is like what shipyard. Nobody's built one of these in a long time. What's the location? Shipyards generally, or there are many fewer shipyards because that's what it is. We invest generally in cyclical businesses, right? And if you invest in a cyclical business when it's going through a difficult time, you can buy assets for far less than what the replacement cost is. And if the asset isn't a boogie whip, but it's needed, there's a point in time where the utilization goes back that justifies the economics of new build. And so that, it gives you some range as to how do you think about what the economic value of it is. And so everything, though, through that down period, supply compresses. And that includes shipyards. There are many fewer shipyards today. For example, Singapore is a place where they build a lot of offshore rigs. Singapore, Semcorp, and Keppel are out of business, and they won't ever build a rig again. So one of the places where you used to go to have a rig built 10 years ago is not building new rigs anymore.